Hello and welcome. Picking up where we left off last session, we are literally, we're going to crack on until our harvest in August and see what is in the sales. What I'm hoping to do, it's 80,000. I would have liked to have done the olives and grapes, but I was a little bit afraid if I did those as well, that we wouldn't be able to afford the let me show you. I think it's 80,000, so we need 80,000, which only leaves us 40 odd grand to play around with. It is in productions. This is a very recent find for myself. It really is one of those things I put in a while back. You never know how good anything is until you see its cycles, and this is quite special. It's not got silly cycles, but it's let me just try and concentrate a little bit, so I'll go straight past it. Know what I'm like. I've tried the Bartsons, the crude oil production. It's all right, but I wasn't blown away with it. It's not terrible, but I didn't find it was. No, I did have a good go at it, but no, I realise you've got to spend an awful lot to do, but it didn't blow me away. I thought we were. Yeah, you've got to be careful. You've got to run to the shop and buy all of your things to make it worthwhile. No, that one was good as well because it does the corn oil, which is quite nice. That it is not the farm factory. That didn't blow me away. Oh, I don't get me wrong. I love the farm production by MapsByMako. That is amazing. The fertiliser production, I think I had a bit of a look at that. It's not bad at all. Never done the fish farm, and I always meant to do that, but never got around to doing it yet. Grain mill, greenhouses. It is past this, I remember. Land bakery, that's my favourite bakery. Now that's a good one. I've had that before. It's well worth 100,000, but obviously once you find the production shed, really there's no going back. It sort of blows nearly everything else away. That's my favourite BGA. Still a bit further. Old General Mill by Farmer Jeb. This is quite amazing because it has pig food as a byproduct. It's almost lossless. You don't lose much. You gain everything. Your oats, you always gain on almost all of them, but none of the others do you. Now this you lose, but you don't lose because they found a secret method. You can see how big it is to make. So that's 85,000. So really you've got very little. About the only place we could stick this right now is really somewhere over here. We'd have to chop the trees down. I'd really like to put the animals here though, but we probably will need to chop that one big tree, which is a shame. But we could stick this where the old shed was. Ooh, I can never rotate it with the gamepad. Imagine. It might be too close to the trees. There might be something on there because that really is big enough. Might need to put V mode on. Yeah, because it's as flat as a pancake, so I don't really know why it can't. But that is the production that we're going to work with a lot because it's pretty much all normal things that you would want. We'll go into animals as well, but that'll be long term. So then, no, we've already checked that. I know I'm really tempted for that, but we just can't afford it, and it is such a shame. We're going to have to stick with the front loader for now. We're going to zip through until the month of harvest. So yeah, it does oils, grains. 8 o'clock is right. Got a little bit of a cash injection, but again, I like this. It's not overpowered. It's not. I've used the Lorts, and that's 30,000 a month, almost every month, which is brilliant if you're on what I normally do, where you're giving yourself a bit of a leg up. But that's quite nice, but without it being overpowering. It's a good little income that you could live on in a way, but not. As a farmer, it doesn't really give our chances terrible amount. Ooh, the Matador. No, I prefer the other one, to be honest. The slightly bigger one, made by Gutler. That I don't like at all. Really don't. That's good, but we've got one and we can't afford a second. So, do you know, we will pass. I love the bridge in the background as well. I've never really highlighted that, but yeah, as you look where I'm looking in the background when we wake up, I'll just show you what I mean. I think it's fantastic, the backdrop. I love the water courses and that, and the fishing thing is just, yeah, that beautiful bridge in the background. It's a whopper, that is. Do love that kind of engineering. It's quite amazing. Ooh, this is getting a little bit closer now. And we haven't had a single... I do take a punt. How much would it cost us to actually lease a Colossus? Because it is my favourite harvester. I fell in love with this on Neverland. It's 300 grand, but it does come up in the sales sometimes. But if we've got to wait for one, that's a very good price for the... I mean, there is the one that we actually did have in the Let's Play. Literally, when I started, that's a fantastic price for the little Massey. Yeah, the Colossus is 300,000 for the base version. So I think to be honest, I reckon I don't think we're going to take a punt on it. I think because this here, what is the advance? I've not seen that one. This must have been added actually. Wow, so it's a little tiny bit extra capacity, but it's still the same header. So do you know, I don't see the point on doing anything other than the smallest one for the same header, because it's all the same header for all three. So I think I can't recall seeing any different sizes, so I think I'd stick with a 20 grand one. We could have probably afford that. The header as a snippet is amazing for a first time harvest. I know it's going to take us a while, but to own one rather than lease a dear one seems probably the better. So do you know, for once we're going to say no, which is a shame, because that is a very good price for such a massive header. But yeah, I'm not sure at the minute. We'll probably see a Colossus now in a couple of months, just because we've said no. But yeah, we'll say no. I love this process where you're weighing things up, because you can live and die by this. Sometimes you can be a little bit too conservative and you kick yourself. Other times you can be a little bit too aggressive and you can leave yourself with no money, and you've got no production, then you can dig yourself into a hole. So it is, I always find you've got to be very careful. Ooh, wow. Now we could not quite afford that. It's a shame. The Challenger's following me. I never ever saw the Challenger until now. 10 pieces, 10 pieces, 7 pieces. I believe we've got transportation. Now, how much is the Noah? Animals at the top. Animal transport even. I do quite like that, but that is very good actually. It's very good anyway. Yeah, if we're going to do animals and it's only very slightly less, I think we might actually say yes to that. It's pretty much half price, really, and it's good enough as it is. We're going to stick everything exactly as it is. And 2 more months. There's nothing else we can do. I know we could have done contrast, but I always... So this is one thing where me and Mr. CP do. I always want to focus on my farm, our farm. I don't want to focus upon anything else. And there's no need. If I've it is July. That is right. So this is the last month. So then, 144,561. It is the month of harvest. Wow. Yeah, we are going to need one, but I don't think we can afford that. Now that is amazing. It is. And it is 155 horsepower, but we can't, as we've just said this, we really can't afford it. As is 190 horsepower, I'm quite pleased with it. It's a shame about that, but there's a super duper small windrow that will do us proud. So I think we're going to buy. Are we going to buy? I think we will. I think we need 85,000, so that leaves us 50 odd thousand. We can afford to do it. So we're going to go for that one, definitely. As I did, really. This was, I suppose, also the other thing is following the vision. I mean, I did start with this, so really, if that's the case, then we really want to be starting with this. Yeah, I'm going to stick exhaust, original. I'm hoping that's right. If not, we should stick the other one. I'm chipper. I don't know what that means. I'd obviously always like to... Oh. It doesn't mean what you think it means. It means capacity of the tank. Well, we'll go... No, we won't. We're going to stick to small at the minute. We are. I'm going to stick to the original price. I do love the fact it's open. Yes. Now we just want the header. Do we? I think we'll stick it on... We can stick the bale trailer and stick it on the back of the bale trailer, really, I think. I don't think we can afford to do anything else other than that. We can't really afford... Although they're not that expensive, if I remember rightly. Yeah, so obviously there's these masses. These are the normal ones. I think cannot cope with these at all. It's a 12 metre... Ah. Why have we got two of those? One's a Dynaflex. I don't know what that means, but hey-ho. Right, we want the special one at the end, which is... I think it's the same one for them all. I don't think there's not three of them. It's just one. Yeah, it's just that one Massey Ferguson. Or is that... Is it the rigid cutter header? Is that for the bigger ones? It's a different modder. That might be for the bigger one, actually, that we saw. It could be that one. Let's have a quick look, because I don't like to get caught out like that. Is that by a different modder? And I've not really noticed, because I'm presuming it's the same one. Let's have a look. It is. So that one there, the 45,000 one, had we have gone for that one, then we could have had the slightly bigger header. Quite a bit. Is it 10 metre? So that isn't bad. Headers, let's go down. Let's just have a quick look. I think it was 9.8 metre, wasn't it? Which is not bad, really. We might upgrade to one of those in time. Do like to feature these things. 5.8. So it's only 0.8 of a metre extra. So do you know something? I'm quite happy to stick with what we've got. I know the capacity is not fantastic, but it's a starting harvester for 26,000. What really can you sort of say to that? Header trailer. Let's have a look. There's that universal one that's really reasonable. I mean, really reasonable. To me, it just seems... Starliner. Ah, okay. That's interesting. That is by that particular modder. It is a Massey. I probably would take ours as well. But then again, it might not. It's a header trailer. Surely it would. But there is the other one, the Universal. This is it, 6 metre plus. Yeah, so it has a 6 metre. So no, it isn't. It's 5. But do you know something? We'll think for the future. We're going to go for that, and we're going to go for red. It's Massey colour, and I would say wheel rim colour should be black. And oh no way! No, let's get back in. We'll stick to white, I think. We're being cheap at the minute because we can't really afford to go anything more than that. Right, so then... no, this won't be the end of the session because it's been too short. But we will go and grab that little lot now. Do we do that off? I think we will. I'm going to grab that lot. We're going to stick this here. And then we're going to do a time lapse. But I'm not going to bore you with me running that little lot down here. So I am going to see you when we've got everything down here. Everything that we need, which is pretty much everything. I'm trying to think, what do we do with ast? Because there's quite a bit of canola. I think we're going to have to stick down our thing right now, really. I think we're going to have to. Which is here. And I'm going to stick it exactly where I said I was going to. One thing I am going to do, though, is I am going to stick these zone markers on. Yeah, I am. Because I can't remember. I don't think it matters, but I just don't want to risk it. It's not the sort of thing that you want to make. Yeah, Should we save the game as well? It's a bad habit of mine not to. Let's show everyone that I can have good habits sometimes. That's... Oh, why is that? Oh, it's just the wheel marks have sort of stayed on the map. That's a bit strange. Yeah, we've got some manure as well, which is quite useful. I noticed that the first time round. So then we want production. And it's still on. Yeah, that's right. It is. Yeah, it lets it out of the battle, though, to be honest. I normally don't. Right, so we're going to V-mode it. Let's look at it from the back. So we can do it as far back as possible. This is not our field. Yeah, I don't know why everyone had canola. But it is... Yeah, right, I think... Oh, now then, does it? Yeah, let's be careful. No, what's that? Yeah, if it goes bad into the farmer's field behind, really bad, I'm going to reload it because it's not fair. It's not our field, and I don't like doing that. But I just can't remember. I'm giving a little bit at the back. I don't think it's too bad. Oh, perfect. Actually, it doesn't do anything. That's fantastic, and he's not lost any field at all. Smashing. So we're down to 32,561. I thought that killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Because we can stick our canola in there. Let's have a quick look. Did we check? We did check the sales, yeah. I know we did. Yeah, we did. Fantastic deals that were just out of our... Oh, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Let's have a look at the production. Just show you what I meant about how good this is. Yeah, so we've got the grape juice and olives. That's why I want to bring the grapes and olives in as well. I don't want a proper thing, but the productions are proper. We got, obviously canola we've done grand style. Like to do sunflowers going forwards and sugar, and then obviously we can produce flowers from the other. Oat is the best, but let me just show you some of these fantastic things. Now if you look at the normal ingredients, that is the obviously the water is going to be free technically. If you add 640 and 160, you get to 800. So it's 800 produces 800 bits of something. We lose a little bit of grapes to make the grape juice, but you gain 160 of pig food. Now pig food sells quite well for a good price. Olive oil likewise 800. It's lossless. Yes, you have to put a bit of water in, but it's still lossless. 950 does drop down to 760. It's still better than any other recipe I've ever seen. Most you lose half. And 950 for 760 again. Has this been adjusted? I don't think it has. I don't think we were looking at that. Those 1,000 produces 1,000. Again, it does lose some sugar beet, but that's a better recipe than anything else. 1,000 produces 1,000, and 1,000 produces 1,000 of something again. So yes, we can do the sugars. Flour. This is quite amazing. Yes, you lose a little bit with wheat, but you lose a lot normally, and you gain 200 chaff. The barley, likewise. Oats you gain, which you do on the normal one. It's, yeah, you literally get 1,200 plus 200, so almost 1.5 times, which I think is not that much different to normal. That's also sorghum's this only other one that you gain. You gain in advance, and that you do on the normal ones that I've had before. Cornflour's nasty. You lose a little bit, but then you probably would. And soy is really terrible. It is, although you can't normally produce soybeans flour. So yeah, this partner here, we can pretty much do normal farming and make an absolute fortune. So I would imagine as well there is a water thing, one I didn't show you. Let's just, let me just turn this up a little bit just for now, just quickly show you. There is a water thing. Is there though now? Let's switch the interactive zone markers off. Now, we don't want those on now. Yeah, over here by the water, I think there is still. That's what that blue blob is going to be. Yeah, water. Don't know if it's free, but I would have thought it was really. But again, we need to test this out. So yeah, this is the water sort of thing. So we will be grabbing water from here. Hopefully without an Omatana for a change. Not that the Omatana is only 500. Yeah, there's a bit of an indentation there. There's quite a bit of this, if I remember rightly. Can't see, can you? There's 28 or 18 tons, something like that. So yeah, this by Farmer Jeb is quite amazing. I'm sure we're going to see this time and time again because it is absolutely amazing. Right, so then I'm going to cut back in. in a few minutes when we've got all of our equipment back down here. So I am going to say I'm going to see you shortly. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And goodbye for now.